Hi guys, welcome to the last part of this our dartfrog full course tutorial series. So in today's video we'll just be walking through our deployment and also going through the project from the beginning to this very end. So basically, if you watch the part 4 of our dartfrog tutorial series, I made mention of the secure authentication where we wrap our tax app where we wrap our tax endpoint with authentication, and we make use of JWT to secure our authentication and also password hashing for secure password. So you can just go through that, and from that endpoint I made mention of you working on the front end aspect of it for the user to be able to log in and sign up on the front end with the backend service we created the last time. So I've already worked on the update from my end. If you have done the assignment, you can just work with what you have already or just tweak it to what I have. So I'll just go through it basically before we go to deployment, and we'll be deploying our dartfrog backend service with Globe. So Globe is like a deployment platform for that developer basically. So we'll be using Globe to deploy our backend services, so it will distribute it globally. So instead of using localhost, instead of us having to start our backend service every now and then to access our endpoint, we can just deploy it, so it will be available anytime, any day, via like a distributed URL or a preview URL. So with that we can use our app anytime, any day. So that's what we'll be doing later in this video. So basically, the quick update, as you can see on my screen and also on the code editor and also on the simulator, I've worked on the authentication aspect on the front end. So I'll just run through the updates very fast so you can see what is new here. So basically, I work on the flutter to do dartfrog. I didn't change anything on the backend side. I didn't change anything here. So this just I just hired this what's it called, the documentation what's it called, warning. So on the flutter end, I just work on the provider. So I added the Auth provider basically for the login, register and logout. And mind you, I make use of flutter secure storage. Inside postspec, I make use of flutter secure storage to store our token. So I make use of that to secure the token. So that is used inside this what's it called, our Auth provider, so just to secure the token. So now the on state, so where we have the token is loading, is initialized, then the error message basically. So this is just like the model for all the state management basically for our authentication. So from there we have now our secure storage, to secure the token, and also the authentication service provider. So basically we have the load token to fetch the token. This is the load token, and then after that we have login. So all this we are fetching from, we are loading from our backend that will be deploying very soon. So this is the login basically. So login, username and password, just like we have when we are testing on Postman in the last video. All right, so then we have register. Basically, this is our register function, just username and password as well. Then our logout function, just to log the user out, just to clear the state, and that's pretty much it. So from this this is the Auth provider. Then the to-do, I just updated this to have access to the token, because now you can add to do or update to do or even delete without token. So I added the token here. So this is the token provider from the Auth provider basically. So that's that. Then from the screen, just new screen, login and register. So this Auth gate basically is to once the user log into the app, this is the state that will check if you are already logging or not. So if you are logging, if you are not authenticated, if you are authenticated, it will go to login screen. If you are not, it will go to if you are not authenticated, it will go to login screen, and if you are authenticated, it will go to the dashboard basically. So that's the authentication gate. Then we have our login screen basically where user logs in. So we are calling the authentication provider that we have here to load the state. Then we have the register, the same process. Then we have our API service. So in our API service, if you remember, I make mention of the header where we have to pass the bearer token. So this is the process. So I just pass the bearer token for the authorization. So with the token we can load our endpoint. Without passing this, you won't be able to fetch anything from the backend service. So that's that. There's new update, and for the Auth service, basically also this is a new form. So we pass the URL. So when we deploy finish, we won't be using all this localhost URL. We'll be using a distributed URL basically. So we don't need to start the server. So these are login, what's it called? Yeah, login register. Basically, you can see that we are listening to the authentication routes for login and for register. So that's pretty much it. And on our home page, I didn't really change anything here. I think the only thing that I added here is just the sign out, the logout here. So just the logout button, which is listening to which is reading the authentication provider that I created here. Yeah. So for the main dot, the only thing that I changed here is the auth gate. So instead of going to the to-do list screen directly, then we are going to the auth gate. So the authentication gate will check if the user is authenticated already or not before navigating to the specific screen. So that's pretty much it about the update here. So now for us to actually test this out properly, you have to start your server. So I've already started the server. This is the so this is the server basically. So I've started the server. To start the server, just run that_frog dev. Basically this is it. So dartfrog dev. So once you run dartfrog, you start the server, then you can run your flutter app. So this is me running my flutter app. So let me just test it. So I already created like a new account. So that's TechWithSam, then my password. So let me just enter a wrong password so you can see that it won't go through. So it should be 1 2 3 4. So I added 5. So you can see login fail. If I change it to 4, so you can see it's already logging. These are my tags that I already create. So let me try and log out and create a new account so you can see. So let me just say Samuel. Let me say password. Password. So this is me creating a new account. So you can see that for the new account, it does not have any tags. So if I log out, let me log out and log into the TechWithSam so you can see the difference. So my password is password at 1 2 3 4. So you can see the tags for this particular account. Let me log into that Samuel account that I just created. So Samuel, then I think it's just password. Yeah, I think it's capital letter P. Password. Yeah. All right, so you can see the difference as well. Even though we currently don't have any database, we are using the user memory. So you can later on, you can just update your you can add database to this particular backend service, so everything can be stored in a database. So that's pretty much about the process. As you can see, everything works fine, but now we want to deploy. So now for that, for Globe now, as you can see, Globe is like a deployment platform. So and it's for data and flutter. So it's just very easy to deploy. As you can see, we just have to run Globe deploy. It is dartfrog example. We have shelf, we have data. Also we are on dartfrog, so that's what to be doing. So why Globe? These are some of the reasons why you should consider using that Globe. You should consider using, I'm not sure it's that Globe, it's just Globe. Yeah, you should consider using Globe. Yeah. So some bandwidth, the storage that we have access to, and also the easy deployment basically. So you can see all the free capability that we have: 50k requests per month, 2 gig of bandwidth, 30 seconds rendering time limit, to another 56 MB memory allocation to allow databases, 1 crud job, global routing, GitHub integration, and so on and so forth. So now just head over to globe.dev. Then we are going to create a new account. If you have an account already, you can just go on. So I will just create a new account. I will sign in with my Google account. So let me just quickly sign in. Alright, so I'm inside my Dart Globe already. So for Dart Globe, as you can see, we have the projects. We don't have any projects yet. So we have our usage. This is where you see the usage of our API requests. We have custom domain if you want to, because it will automatically generate a subdomain for us. So if you want to add your own custom domain, if you have one, then you can add it. If you have databases, you can create a database from Globe as well. Then namespace, I don't really know what this is, but you can just read more about it here. So we can go through the documentation now. So for this projects now, we can add a new project. So to add a new project, I'll just click on add project. So we can directly deploy from GitHub, run using GitHub action. So I won't go through the GitHub part, I'll just deploy using CLI. So as you can see, this is some of the templates that we have here, but I'll just click on CLI guide here. So this is actually pretty simple. So to get started, the first thing is we have to activate globe CLI. So that's command line interface. So just copy this. So if you don't have it installed already, just copy the .pop global activate globe CLI. So once you do that, then you can just open up your terminal. Although I already have it installed, but let's just walk through the process again. So I'll just open my terminal like this, then run it. Take few seconds, then you have it as you can see, activated globe CLI. So you can check after installing, confirm it's available by running globe up. So you can run this just to run a check. So as you can see, we have the apps here, then the version, all this blah 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 and all. So we don't really need all this for now. So let me just go to deployment straight up. So for the deployment, you can either deploy to like a testing environment, preview environment, and production deployment. So to deploy to preview, we can just deploy using that deploy. Basically, it's just as simple as that. Or to what's it called? Or to deploy to production, we can just use globe deploy then with this tag hyphen production the production short form, and it will just deploy straight up. So that's pretty much it for this. So the next thing now is just for us to deploy. So I will just clear this. Sorry, let me just clear this. So the next thing is just for us to deploy. So I'll just run it should be globe deploy. Yeah, so globe deploy like that. So let me just run it. So globe deploy, it will take few seconds. Yeah, so it will specify which directory your project is in. So it's in the root directory. So this is our, let me collapse this. So this is our root directory basically, which is our root. So just click enter. You don't need to change anything. Enter the name of your project. We can change it, or we can just leave it if you want to customize the name again, but I will just leave it like this. So it will go on and probably select an existing project. So you can see successfully link project, view your project in. This is the link to our project, so we can view it from here. Then the deployment tag, so we'll see the deployment URL. So it's already deploying. So in a few seconds it will be done. Alright, so this is our deployment URL, as you can see. So if I navigate back to our project, so let me just go back to the dashboard. So this is our dashboard. Yeah, just for a second. Alright, so you can see the project. So my project, so let me just open it up. So you can see overview. This just if you remember, we didn't deploy to production, we only deployed to preview. So just go to deployment so we can see. Let me just open this up. Yeah, so you can see the preview URL. So if you open up this preview URL, you see that we'll be able to like run our you can let me just open it up. Alright, so as you can see, hello dartfrog. So if I go through, let me say to those, you see missing authentication, blah blah blah, and other stuff. So this is our URL. So instead of using localhost now, so we can use this. So I'll just quickly run through something so you can just see it. So you can see the logs. So these are the logs because we're yet to like run through anything. So this is still loading. I'm sure it's going to be empty, although we just load a get request here. Don't know why it is taking time like this, but regardless, let's just go to our code base so we can just replace our locals with this our URL. So instead of using, let me go to flutter, the provider. So sorry, it should be inside services. So instead of using this localhost, so for our page URL, so them just, you don't need to specify 500 and now USA again. So I'll just copy this. Yeah, it should be without the forward slash. So let's just leave it like that. So auth mobile like that. Then for this our IP service as well. Let me remove for this just put this as well. So yeah, so we are good to go. So you can see the URL like this. So without starting our server, we can have access to our endpoint. So I will try and reload our app now, so you can see how it works. So let me stop our server. So we are currently running our server. So let me just quit it. So server process has been terminated. So I will try and restart the app. Let me try and refresh this. I don't know why it's taking time. All right, so let me just refresh the app as well. So I'll just go to my terminal. So I'll just auto restart. So let's auto restart the project. All right, so because you're using a what's it called, a deployment URL now, it's going to like take some time for it to actually load, and I don't know why. Probably my network is slow this time. So that's why it's loading on like our locals that we're just running locals that it will automatically deploy. So that is pretty much it basically. So I will still wait some few seconds for it to actually load, and so we can see the outcome of it. All right, so I've managed to log out. So now we can just restart. So let me just try and restart the app. Okay, so I can sign in, or let me just try and sign up. So okay, so sign up. Let me just create TechWithSam. Let me see. So TechWithSam password at 1234. So create account. Okay, so as you can see, we just like start a new database. So that means the TechWithSam account does not exist. So now I've created a new account. So if you notice, I've stopped the dartfrog what's it called, server. So we are not running any server, local server. So we are on like live endpoint now. So anybody can like use this app as it is right now without us needing to start any server. So let me add a new task, like that. So as you can see, the same thing, new job. Basically, so that's pretty much it. I hope you actually see the worth of this. So that'll be all for this dartfrog focus. If you actually learn anything, and want to hear your feedback in the comment section anywhere whatsoever. By the way, on YouTube, if you finish the course, because this particular playlist is marked as a course, so if you finish the course and maybe watch all the video, YouTube is going to give you a badge of completion. It's just like a certificate, although it's not a certificate, it's like a badge. So if you complete all the videos, you're going to receive a badge from GitHub, like a completion badge basically. It should be somewhere on this screen to see an example of it. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have learned one or two things. Also, again, I'm Samuel Adekunle, and the creator of TechWithSam. I have some other videos on how to get started with Flutter, learning basic of that, and also integrating serverpod. I have a focus on serverpod, as you can see here, full stack with serverpod basically. And as well, if you want to get started with Flutter and Firebase, you can check out some of my video. It will be in the description or somewhere around the screen. So that's pretty much about it. Stay tuned. You can as well subscribe to this channel to stay tuned and turn on the notification so you can receive notification any time I upload a new video. So make sure to do well to study everything that you have learned in this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.